Hello guys and welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. Once again I'm Greg and this is the Starting 11 show. Of course, back from the international break now and we have Southampton first. A little injury news related to the international break. Of course we saw Patterson injured, was always going to happen, always does happen. The estimates I've seen are 4 to 5 weeks, but I'm not sure just how reliable these are. On top of that, of course, we still have Townsend, Mina and Godfrey also injured and not available. On the flip side of the coin, and some good news, Pickford back in contention and Calvert-Lewin is being considered. So a late fitness test, I imagine. Not too sure which way that'll go. For now, I'll leave him out, and if we see him, big positive. And if we don't, I think this is maybe one of the games we could afford to have Mopai in instead. Southampton aren't necessarily the hardest game we're going to play. I don't know why I've said it now. I absolutely curse the fixture. So that being said, let's look at the team. Of course, in goal we'll have Pickford. If he's available, he will start. Right back, I think Patterson's injury has made us realise how lucky we are that he hit the ground running this season. It's another season where we haven't really replaced that right back slot. And Patterson, at the end of last season, it didn't necessarily look like he was coming in to be a starter. So now he's out, it sort of reminds us maybe we do have a problem in that position because Coleman, the backup, I don't think many people are elated with the fact he's now going to have to play sort of 5 or 6, maybe 7 games in the team. Centre-back partnership, Tarkowski and Cody, of course, as I keep saying, 2 of last season's Premier League captains that we've bought in for free, and second best defence in the league. Absolutely what we've needed in that defence for seasons now. Decent leadership, and we've doubled up on it. So really happy at that combination. I don't see why Tarkowski shouldn't be pushing for an England call up either. Mykolenko at left back, of course. So other than the Patterson change, business as usual. Midfield again, got to be business as usual. I really like the combination of Gay and Onana. Onana, another one who's hit the ground running. I think, of course, in the first game he gave the ball away, and but also showed flashes of what he can do. And I think he's built upon the good stuff and starting already to take the bad stuff out of his game. Idrissa Gana Gueye is the player we sold to PSG. He doesn't seem to have taken many of the years that he's been away. You can't really see it in his game, see it on his legs. Maybe as the season rolls on, we will see that depreciation. But really happy that he's back and hitting the ground. So keep those 2 there, and then the man at the moment, Iwobi, who's we talked about Onana starting to take out the negatives we saw in his first game. Iwobi seems to have eradicated 3 seasons of ill favour. The mistakes are cut out, which was incredibly important because he was playing centre mid really before we had Gay and Onana and Garner and all these other options. And I would say on Garner, I do want to see what he's capable of sooner rather than later. I know we've got this midfield to set in. Of course, we've still got Decore who can come into this setup. Alan has now gone, so we won't be seeing him. But Gay and Onana and Iwobi, keep if it's not broke, don't fix it. Keep it in there. But I would like to see what Garner can do. We bought him. He was fantastic in the Championship last season for Nottingham Forest. A big reason why they've been promoted, and I think his absence is a big reason they're struggling now. I know when you've got a churn of the whole squad, it's hard to pin that down to one player, but they miss what he had. So let me know in the comments how you think the best way to integrate him in the squad going forward is. Of course, Gay's not going to be here forever. In terms of his age, of course, there's another few good seasons in him, and Onana's building for the future. Decore's not too old, so where does Garner fit in? Is he just there for squad depth, or does he eventually become a starter? Let me know. Front 3, of course, will be business as usual. So Damari Gray and Anthony Gordon on the wings, and Neil Maupay up front. If Calvert-Lewin is 100% fit, throw him in straight away. If he's 60%, 70% there, let Mopai play, and if we're getting towards the end of the game and we really need something, bring him on and roll the dice. That would be my team. Not much different from before the international break. The only thing that's going to disrupt our rhythm and has forced a change is that injury to Patterson, of course. Pickford, Coleman, Cody and Tarkowski, Mykolenko, Gay and Onana, Iwobi, Gordon, Gray and Neil Maupay. What do we think of that team? Is it enough? Of that injury list, when Mina and Godfrey come back, does that change anything in this back line, or do you just keep going with what's working? Patterson, obviously the most important player to come back there. So let me know what you guys think. Is that enough to do it? How would you change this? Happy with the shape? Happy with the personnel? Let me know. Let's hope we can go into next week again saying more of the same. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.